Better predictions of clouds and precipitation could have numerous positive impacts on society, as many aspects depend on good weather predictions. Accurate predictions of meteorological events can prevent many serious accidents. Moreover, the cloud cover forecast helps the alternative energy sector, solar energy production, for example. At the Atmospheric Physics Group here at ETH Zurich, we have a project called Cloud Lab. The mission of this project is to improve the understanding of cloud microphysical processes to predict cloud and precipitation events. In the past, we had different instrumentation to measure ambient conditions. For example, we used tethered balloons, and we did measurements on cable cars. However, measuring the cloud in an unperturbed state is not enough. Meteomatics drones offered a way for us to do our targeted cloud seeding experiments. We wanted to use drones instead of larger aircraft because of the smaller scale, the lower cost, and the greater flexibility that drones can offer. Unlike tethered balloons and other technologies, these drones are battery charged and very long lasting. This makes Meteomatics drones the most sustainable solution for our research. We can inject particles into the clouds, knowing exactly where we are injecting them. We can alter cloud conditions in a specific and controlled way to observe the microphysical changes with extensive instrumentation. We asked Meteomatics for 2 Meteodrones with specific customizations. One drone needed an optical particle counter to measure aerosol particles in flight, and the second drone had to be able to burn flares for the cloud seeding.
So we want a burning flare to our drone.
Something burning on the drone while in flight. That's something we had not done before.
For the first time, we were to transport an open flame burning with 100 degrees on a drone. The question is it possible? Will the drone go up in flames? Will Botzel even allow us to fly the drones?
The Meteodrones have already been approved for flying missions in Switzerland up to 6 kilometers, which helps us get the permissions for our experiments.
Our Meteodrone is the only drone in the world that could even be considered to do that.
In my opinion, the result is a really cool system. This was a new use case for our drone. We integrated additional hardware into our drone, specifically measurement equipment and seeding flares.
The difficulty was to allow the user to control all the mission parameters without having a bloated user interface. The software had to be adapted too. The idea of our controller is to keep it as user-friendly as possible. I was mainly responsible for the user interface adaptations, such that the Cloud Lab team could easily configure a flight mission.
Moreover, we need to consider all possible scenarios the customer can encounter during their flight. I was mainly responsible for the design of the mounting mechanism of the flares. We ensure safety and user-friendliness at the same time.
We received the 2 drones that we asked for with the modifications we requested. We also received a full-day training to operate the drones. For piloting, we were taught and practiced various skills to operate the drones on our own.
Working at Meteomatics means for me challenging tasks and a great team.
For me, varied tasks, fun work environment, and with great colleagues.
For me to work on a unique drone project with an interdisciplinary team and friends.
Working at Meteomatics means for me to be a part of an innovative and successful company. I'm the point of contact for everybody, internal and external. I listen to everybody and I take everybody's concerns very seriously.
Communication with Meteomatics has been excellent. They have been very responsive and helpful the entire time, and issues are resolved quickly. The after-sales service has been critical because all the drones were customized for us, and we are constantly in the process of figuring out what works best for us.
Having a background from ETH as well, I'm always in to support scientific research. The impact of weather and climate research is well known to all of us.
I believe that weather and climate research is very important, especially during the current climate crisis. With our drones, we help researchers better understand weather patterns and predict which measures will have the biggest impact.
Hopefully, we are improving anywhere where environmental measurements are necessary.